Hello everyone, my name is John and I'm presenting the Washington Elites, the premier platform for news and entertainment in the international blockchain community. And so today I'm sitting here with Vas from Blockready, and I'm really happy to speak with you today about your company, about the market, about the event where we're sitting at. So I would like to ask you a bit more about your projects and what brought you to blockchain economy.
Yeah, so thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate the time to discuss the project. So we have an educational company here. It's called Blockready. The idea behind Blockready is that we want to ensure that we educate the entire industry about the things that really they are more important. We have a lot of information out there, a lot of misinformation and hype, and people constantly are falling victims of this type of problems. So they have to find ways to avoid the early investor mistakes. Okay. And this is what we do. We try to educate, we try to ensure that people avoid these mistakes and that they navigate the space safely.
Okay, yeah, that sounds as a very good mission, because many people are losing their money, not really understanding what to do. I remember when I was like 15 years old, there was this coin called Neo, and I invested like all my savings, $100 into this coin, and then it just flopped down, and I was like, why? Last month it grew like 100%, and now it's going down. What happened? And like I never actually went up again after that. That was at peak, and so I can see the big social impact that your project can bring to the community and the market in general. So how long are you guys in business? For how long are you developing the project, and what is your stage right now?
Right now the website is live. We've spent about a year and a half developing the website and mostly the content. But the content is huge. We are not really a startup as far as the product. We are a startup as far as the initial stage of the company. But what we've done, I'll give you a little bit of information about the content. We went to Google and we basically exported every single question that is being answered, is being asked on Google around cryptocurrency and blockchain. We took all these questions and we answered them. So basically we have now about 550 different questions that span across all these different topics where you can find in our courses. Now we split those questions into two different courses. One is for beginners, complete beginners. So what is blockchain? What is NFT? What is Bitcoin? What's the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum? And then we have the rest of the course, the questions into the advanced course. Our courses are certified. You get a certification of completion and also an exam. But we haven't stopped there. So apart from us answering more than 550 questions, we also have something called learning aids. Now the learning aids are not necessarily courses. They are there to aid the experience. So for example, we have one learning aid which is all about cryptocurrency beginner tips. We've collected about 120 different tips where someone who's just entering, they just need to go through it and understand how to protect themselves from this industry. From hackers, from fraud, from people stealing their own coins, even from how to choose the right exchange, but also how to manage your passports and which wallets you should be choosing to use.
Okay, man, that sounds pretty impressive. So in terms of the content, it's made in forms of videos or text or PDFs. How is it structured?
Yeah, we have video, we have audio, and we also have text. So people can consume the course in any way they want. Typically, some people say, video, I want to be able to consume the course when I'm out. So we have a way that they can also only listen to it, or they can read it, you can read any other course online.
Okay, that sounds amazing. And so, who are your competitors, and what makes you to stand out? What makes you different?
So, when we started, we obviously looked at all the courses that are available. And to be honest, most of the courses are being hosted in these big platforms like Udemy. But what we found is that, first of all, these courses are out of date. They've been around for a year, 2 years, and they haven't updated their course. What we aim to do is we give one lifetime access to all our customers, and they don't have to pay again. They just pay one time, and then they get access to the courses they paid for, and also any future update. and we keep always adding and updating our answers to the questions so that they always get the latest information. So if something is about the price of Bitcoin and obviously it's out of date, we go there and fix it straight away. So there's so many courses out there of different quality in Udemy, and I feel that they don't answer. There's no one course that answers end-to-end what you should be aware of when you're entering this space, and this is exactly where we try to create the content around.
What about books, for example? Like, there's this great book that is called How to DeFi. You've probably heard about it. And in my opinion, from my perspective, right now, if anybody of my friends wants to get in the crypto space, I just send them the link to this book, say, read this book, then come back. What is your main advantage over reading a book?
No, for sure, there's always going to be valuable information out there. But as I said, we want an end-to-end. So How to DeFi is one book, and then you have other books that cover different areas.
So other books cover security stuff and
yes,
stuff like that.
But this is the problem. People don't have time to consume all these different sources of information. Read 5 books, and then go through another 5 different courses. So what we've done is we created something, we call it microlearning.
Okay.
Microlearning means that you only get exactly the information you need in bite size of information. So the answers we answer, they're not like 5 pages long. They're basically 1 or 2 paragraphs on a specific question. So you have the ability to now spend only the amount of time you have and learn exactly what you need from one single resource.
That seems as an amazing thing, man. Because honestly, I had to read many books, had to follow many Twitter accounts, watch many YouTube videos, and taking all this information from all around the space, it was a tough thing. And I made mistakes around the way, and I had to learn from my mistakes and from other people's mistakes. And it's always better to learn from other people's mistakes instead of yours. So what are your main objectives at this conference?
As Blockready, we want to make our brand more known. We want to see any appetite for any partnerships that there is in this event with other companies, but also we want to really promote the idea of the importance of education. Because people really don't understand that they need to invest first in themselves, in their own knowledge, before they take decisions. The idea is that you first learn and then you make informed decisions, not the other way around. So we want to make sure that we protect as many people as we can by spreading the word.
How are you finding the conference? Is it meeting your objectives? What is your favorite part?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. There's so many people here from different backgrounds. There's so many different sessions that are interesting to learn from. So I love these opportunities where you get to meet people that potentially you're never going to be able to meet again unless you have these conferences. So I'm excited to be here. I already finished my speech, so now it's time for me to go and network. Yeah.
With Blockready, right now, as you understand, you already have the platform ready. People already have paying clients. Everything is working. So how do you see a company grow or change in the next 3 to 6 months?
So yeah, this is our main challenge right now. Of course, the space is populated with a lot of noise. Obviously, everyone is trying to make their own brand known inside this space. So there is a lot of competition for getting people's attention. So my plan is to try to strike some great partnerships, because I think you can grow either through other companies or other people who will be talking about your project. So that could be affiliate marketing. It could be very good companies that can promote your product, and also perhaps we can promote theirs. It's very difficult to do it through social media right now. It's very difficult to spend a lot of money on paid advertising. So really, I'm looking at striking the right partnerships.
So you think the partnerships will, at the end of the day, bring you more revenue, and you think that the partnerships is the best way for you to grow the tech business?
Yeah, it's a lot of effort for sure to find the right companies, but it's also a win-win. So and it's actually much less risky than throwing a huge amount of money on advertising, for example, or trying to get business in a different way. So win-win, because we all promote our businesses together, we collaborate. I'll give you an example. There's so many companies out here that they have their products. For example, I've just been speaking to a company now that they do recruiting. around blockchain and cryptocurrency. So all the people who are signing up on their platform, they're basically perhaps interns, students, graduates, or even like young people who are like to get a job in this space. A blockchain-related job as a developer, perhaps as a marketer. These guys need to be educated. So that would be great for us to partner for a company like this, where as soon as they get some of these candidates signing up for their platform, they also get access to our educational content.
Yeah, I was thinking like if your company, for example, is trying to kind of get into the blockchain space, for example, you can do some sort of corporate training in the same sort of way using your platform. That's super cool, man.
Yeah, the roadmap is to provide blockchain consultancy. Actually, the business license that we have covers both e-training, which is what we do now, but the next roadmap is to start doing consultancy. So the idea is instead of B2C only, we start also doing B2B. So we'll be the company who comes and trains perhaps another company's employees because they need to learn what blockchain is so they can sell their product.
Yeah, amazing. Super cool. So for everybody watching this right now, what is your website? How can people find about you? What are your social medias, etc.?
So you can go to www.blockready.com. That's our main site. It's live right now. All the courses are there. And also you can find us on the social media. The handle is Blockready.com. Blockready.com.
Thank you guys who are watching the Washington Elites. Thank you for coming here, man. I love your project and have good luck.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so
Nice to meet
much.
you as well.